Happy full moon, collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general tarot reading for this full moon on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, cusp of energy. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you all so much for all the love that you continue to show here on my channel by watching my videos, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, hitting that bell notification so that you're notified when I do go live. Even if you can't make it and you watch it later, I appreciate that. I thank you also for your comments and for sharing my videos with your family and friends. And I hope that this full moon energy serves you all well, okay? We're going to be looking into this oracle. It's the oracle of the seven energies oracle. I'm not saying the name right, but it's the seven energies connected to the seven main chakras that align along the human spine. Okay, we connect to over 100 chakras, but we're just focusing on the main seven. And if you need a brief description, very general description of the seven as I'm talking about them in this reading, check out the bottom of my description box, all right? And then we will clarify with our Crow Tarot a little later on. But let's go ahead, collective. I do invite you to get grounded in your own energy through whatever method feels right for you, right? Whether that be affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditation, breath work, a moment of silence or stillness, or a combination of those things. Go ahead and feel out what you need in the now moment. I'm going to do the same. Then we'll get into these energies. I'm going to read them from the book, okay, as we go. Something new I'm trying, just to give a little bit more insight and to help me learn as well, okay? But here we go. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, the Ascended Masters and my Ascended Ancestors and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective here on YouTube for this full moon energy reading under the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. I thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy and allowing me to channel the most important messages that the collective needs to hear regarding this full moon energy, as far as what this full moon is bringing into the collective, what they need to be aware of, what might be coming their way, what this energy is ushering in for the collective consciousness. And I thank you so much, Divine, for that clear guidance, for your grace, your mercy, your protection, your love and support and presence. Always and forever, I love you. And so it is. All right, I'm going to do 3 more shuffles here, collective. Don't forget, if you haven't already, check out my community board. I did post a poll that I need your guys' feedback on as far as whether or not you would like a Venus retrograde reading. If so, I'll be doing that tomorrow. So make sure you get your vote in, and if not, then I won't, okay? But let me know, all right? Over on my community tab on my homepage. Thank you so much, Divine. What energy is here? Ooh. Okay, we have the Storyteller. This is a new one. I don't think this has ever come out. It's fire energy, solar plexus energy, vibration of 17. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's the vibration of 17 here, the Storyteller. For this full moon under Taurus and Gemini, what other messages are here? We have close encounters, vibration of 10, water energy, sacral chakra energy. Okay, so you have your sacral chakra, we have our solar plexus chakra, and I have one more energy under this full moon, Divine, for the collective. One more energy under this full moon. Ooh. Then we have 23, heart chakra energy, love energy, okay? And it's healing the heart, okay? Hi, M.O. Well, nope, that's a bot. Never mind. These doggone bots. All right, so right off the rip, again, we have our sacral chakra being activated under this full moon with the vibration of 10 breaking down into a 1, okay, also known as water energy, fluid, feminine energy, okay, close encounters. You see this butterfly in the cage. I believe I had a reading on our last round of the generals, just the general tarot where we do the cosmic spreads, where it was like it's time to spread your wings. Okay? And I feel like that might be true for some of you. It's time to actually kind of come out of some sort of cocoon that you've been in, coming out of another, maybe a huge transformative phase in life, right? That's what that cocoon or that chrysalis can talk about. And some of you, it feels like you might not be ready, even though your wings are out, you could fly. It's like you might be keeping yourself back or holding yourself back, okay? In some way, shape, or form, but I feel like this full moon is trying to get you that much closer to flying out of that cage here, okay? We also have the storyteller. This is a new card. This hasn't come out in one of our moon readings yet since I've been using this deck, so I'm excited to read that. But just off rip, it almost feels like I said, coming out of that phase of being in the chrysalis, being in your cocoon, your wings are ready, but it still maybe doesn't feel like you're ready to fly just yet. I feel like it's because there might be a slight fear of writing your own story. Yeah. Because then when you're in that cocoon, it's like things are happening to you, right? There isn't a sense of control. But when you come out, now you get to control where you go. You get to control where you fly, where you land, what flowers you go to if you're in that butterfly motif, right? But it's like now the pen is in your hands. Now you get to tell your story. Now everything is really kind of up to you, and as exciting as that can be, right? Especially because it's fire energy, it's your solar plexus, right? You get to will the life that you want. That could also be very nerve-wracking or overwhelming, okay? And I feel like under this full moon, you might be getting those urges or those sparks to start writing your new story, but then it's like, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to write the wrong thing, right? I want it to be perfect. So maybe a little bit of perfectionism coming out here in the collective around creating. And I also used that term in one of my readings. What was it? Letting the divine curate your experience. It's like co-creating the existence that you're in right now. Some of you, it's like the divine is now giving you the pen to write the story. Everything has been written up to this point for some of you. And now it's time for you to take that pen and write what's next, right? And that can, again, be very exciting, but also maybe a little nerve-wracking. Then you also have healing the heart with the heart chakra. I love when this card comes out because I feel like the heart space is one of the most delicate and over-abused, overused, neglected spaces within the human consciousness, okay? So really healing the heart, vibration of 23 here, breaking down into a 5. We also have 17 here, breaking down into an 8, okay? Let me grab the book here. Where are you at? Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and read Close Encounters, and then we are going to pull some cards on it, okay? So we have Close Encounters, vibration of 10, sacral chakra energy, okay? Key concepts are vulnerability as a strength, letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, and setting healthy boundaries. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social mask or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into a dance of intimacy, okay? That's that water energy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You are a part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. At a deep spiritual level, there are so many lessons offered to you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. We aren't meant to be alone, yet sometimes we are wounded, and we build walls around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity and without artifice. Artifice? Yeah, either way, I guess. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live in this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is so much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart. So for some of you, this full moon cycle might actually mark the beginning, and again, with healing the heart here and the storyteller. This might mark a whole new chapter where, again, you are now in control. You get to kind of shed what was, shed any of those walls that were keeping you guarded, and kind of find that fire and that willpower to move forward again. Maybe kind of in a way here, it just feels like this full moon is really maybe motivating the collective to change the narratives. So maybe a lot of us have been living under certain narratives that we continue to tell ourselves as truth. But then now this full moon illuminating what is truth, what's maybe still stories from our past, stories from pain here, okay? That we need to let go of, right? That we need to allow ourselves to live outside of, right? As opposed to living within those walls of that story. So it's time to write a new story here, Divine Collective here. Thank you so much. Tell me more about this close encounters in this sacral chakra energy. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about close encounters in this sacral chakra energy. Okay, last shuffle. Tell me more about close encounters in this sacral chakra energy under this full moon. What's going on with close encounters here for the collective? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands and you have the Seven of Swords, exactly. Right, so Seven of Swords, these are the stories that I was saying. It's the narratives that keep you bound, that keep you from seeing the real truth, that keep you from being your authentic self, okay? And then this Page of Wands is that freedom, right? This is a childlike confidence with the Page of Wands. It's trusting that the universe has your back. It's trusting that everything you put your mind to, you can do, right? That your energy is supporting you. It's regaining that fire, right? Here, like we say with the solar plexus, okay? Getting excited about life again, you know, going after things that maybe you've been holding yourself back from for a while, okay? But again, it's like coming out of that self-deceptive energy where you're not being honest with yourself. You're not being true to yourself in some area or multiple areas of your life, but then finding, for some of you, this is like tapping into like some form of charisma is the word that they brought to my mind. It's like something here, collective, had you very down about yourself and or just closed off or isolated from others. Page of Wands is a very social card to me as well, right? See that sun in the back? It's just beaming confidence. It's beaming excitement. It's having a lot of optimism and connecting from a very pure place here. Tell me more about these close encounters for the collective. Tell me more about these close encounters for the collective. Yeah, then you got the Empress. Beautiful. Very attractive, very abundant. Another sun right there, right? With that cup energy. The water. So feeling empowered for some of you by what you feel. It's almost like some of you, your emotions could have been holding you back in some way, shape, or form. Right? And again, I feel like that's built on the narrative. So the thoughts that you were thinking, creating the feelings, or feelings that you were feeling, creating thoughts that were kind of closing you in, keeping you in this cage here. Okay? Some of you, it's like you've already bloomed into this Empress energy. You are the Empress, but it's like now seeing yourself as that. And we've been getting that, not seeing yourself clearly for a minute here, okay? Tell me more about this Empress energy with close encounters. Could be Venus as well. Maybe Venus's retrograde is offering a little bit of assistance in this area of really cleansing out the emotions and definitely doing some heart healing, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about these close encounters. Yeah, and then you got the Hermit. So it's this, yeah, like I said, there's this phase. There's this phase of soul searching, this phase of being isolated, maybe even a little left out in the cold, just a little bit here, or feeling left out in the cold, or your emotions, or how you were thinking, or your perspective. It's a combination of a lot of things here, collective. But that Hermit energy, it's like you've spent the time going within, right? Clearing out all of this Seven of Swords energy that was connected to you, right? Finding a new confidence, a new light within yourself, right? Blooming into this beautiful Empress energy, maybe even just Venus, right? And it's like you've gained a lot of wisdom from that time, from that phase, from that chrysalis, from that cocoon, okay? Yeah, it's almost like it's kind of time to, yeah, it's time to fly here, collective. I feel like you've learned and decoded and deciphered and broke down and you know, got into the details of whatever this deceptive energy was. And I think for a lot of the collective, it came in many different forms, right? Whether that was you deceiving yourself through narratives that you were feeding into, right? Whether this was having to deal with the deception from others and figuring out forgiveness, figuring out how to move past it, figuring out how to find that sense of trust again. Definitely could be mirrored here with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, again, trust that the universe has their back 100%, right? They trust in themselves. So maybe this was a season where you felt very disconnected from self. Not able to trust your own discernment, not able to trust your higher self, not able to, again, see yourself or represent yourself clearly or from an authentic space, which is now where you are here with this Empress energy. So you've gone in, you've gained all the wisdom that you needed in order to move forward here, collective, okay? All right, what's the overall message here for close encounters in this sacral chakra energy, Divine? What's the overall message for this sacral chakra energy? Okay. Yeah, you got the Six of Cups. And yet again, the High Priestess. I feel like for the past 3 or 4 moons, this High Priestess has been consistently coming out. So like I said, you've gotten down to the deception, you've broke down those barriers, you've done the internal work with that Hermit energy. Okay? You've done the work so good here, so well, that now you're showing up as this Empress energy, regardless of your gender. This is a beautiful, positive, very attractive, very magnetic, very abundant vibration. Okay? Which is the true reflection of your inner child and your inner self here with the Six of Cups, which came out with the High Priestess. So now you know the truth of who you are, collective. Now you know the truth of who you are, right? Again, I'll say it one more time. Now you know the truth of who you are. And it's time to kind of live in harmony and in peace with that truth and show up as that truth here, okay? High Priestess. Every moon, every single moon, okay? Beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and look at the Storyteller, vibration of 17, fire energy here. Let's see what this one is talking about, okay? Again, solar plexus energy here with the 17, breaking down into an 8. Fire energy in this particular deck. Okay, the key concepts here are identity, positive self-definition, teaching others how to treat you through the stories you tell about who you are. So do you know the story you tell others about who you are? You are a unique being with unique talents and a story unique to you and your experience. In fact, your destiny can be found in the way you weave together these threads of yourself in the world. If there's anything in your life you want to change, then it's time to adjust the story you tell about yourself. Perhaps you are too self-deprecating or apologetic about how you shine, minimizing your power so others will accept you. Perhaps the way you voice your expectations diminishes your ability to succeed, or you are too willing to tolerate a less than supportive environment. It is easy to be in denial when it comes to others and their behavior towards you. Understand, however, that you teach people how to treat you through how you talk about yourself. Once you recognize what story you're telling others about how to treat you, you can tell a different one. What if you could connect to your true power as a co-creator of your reality? We were just talking about that, right? The story originates in your mind. Yes, how you think, your conditioning and past experiences, how you view the world, and what you expect to see in it. The truth is, you have everything you need to tell a new tale and weave more blessings into the world as your unique contribution. In fact, practice speaking of your amazing success, your overflowing abundance, and all the love that surrounds you. Soon, the outer world will tell the same story back to you. That's beautiful. Yes, I love, love, love that energy. So it's exactly what I was saying. It's time for you to rewrite the narrative, tell new stories about, again, how amazing you are, your success, who you now know you are, right? The truth of your soul, your own inner child, okay? And let the world reflect that story back to you. So for a lot of you, it all starts in the mind here, okay? Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about the storyteller energy, the solar plexus, under this full moon for the collective. Temperance. Yeah, time to change the narrative. Finding balance, right? It's beautiful energy, Jupiter energy here. Okay, Sagittarius energy. Tell me more about temperance and the storyteller. Divine, thank you so much under this full moon. Oy, oy, oy. Hold on one second. Oh, come on. All right, and then you got the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so there's definitely a huge shift happening. Hold on, let me scoot closer. There's definitely this huge shift happening here, okay? Ushered in by your angels, your guides, your ancestors, the divine, okay? Like I said, bringing about some form of change. That's why that triangle is here. It's a delta. It's a mathematic symbol for change, okay? So you have the power. The divine is, like I said, the divine is giving you the pin here with temperance. They're giving you the pin to shift your environment, to shift the energy that's coming towards you and emanating out from you. Okay? Tell me more about the storyteller under this full moon, divine. Tell me more about the storyteller under the full moon. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Right. A lot of confidence comes with the Queen of Wands. Okay, a lot of power. If anything, very, very in tune with the spirituality, right? Some of you, it's finding a new identity within your own spiritual nature that's offering you this new chapter, this new life, this new, almost everything, new vibration. Especially with the Queen of Wands, right? Very tapped into the energy around them. Leo energy specifically, okay? Tell me more about the storyteller. So where this was maybe collective, like I said, coming out of a maybe, out of a chrysalis, out of a phase of life where you were feeling disconnected from self, not really feeling like you could, again, trust your intuition, High Priestess, right? Trust your own inner power, your own attractiveness, your own abundance, right? There was just a lot of disconnect and distrust. I feel like you're now at a point here where you get to tell yourself a different story. I am connected to my higher self, High Priestess, right? I am abundant, the Empress, right? I have the power to change and shift the energy around me, Temperance and the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, right? Yeah, some of you, and then you got the Fool. That's what I was saying. It's a new chapter. It's a new start. It's a new beginning that you get to write for yourself. So rather than waiting back and sitting back for the universe to give you a sign, give you a message, show you the way, it's almost like the divine wants you to take the step forward and then they mirror you, right? You write down the words that you want to experience. You create the story that you want to live out, and then the divine reflects that story back to you. So it's almost like, again, a turn of the table. It's like putting the power in your hands here, collective, under this full moon, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. What's the overall message here for the storyteller? For this collective reading, thank you so much, Divine, under the full moon. What's the overall message here for the solar plexus? Yeah, so it's a brand new beginning. I love that. Wow. And then look at that, the Lovers. A lot of major arcana has been coming out in my readings, right? Spirit is definitely near and present. But the Lovers. So now you get to choose a story that reflects love, right? Where maybe in the past with the Hermit and the Seven of Swords, you maybe didn't have that or didn't experience the love that you wanted, okay? And again, with the close encounters, it's intimacy, it's connection, if it's new friendships that you want with the Fool here, then you have that. If it's new love experiences that you want with the Fool and the Lovers, then you have that. You just have to write it out. For some of you, literal scripting might actually work and help here for you, okay? So it's a very powerful moon to script under. If you don't know what scripting is, go ahead and Google it, but it's just generally writing out, it could even be like writing what you're grateful for, but really just writing out what you want to experience. I want to have this. I will have this. Thank you so much for bringing this, and literally detailing it all and allow the universe to then bring that story to life here, okay? And then we have healing the heart, and maybe that's even what you want to write with the Lovers here. Want to have healing experiences, okay? The vibration of 23 bringing down into a 5 with the heart space energy. Let's read this one too. Okay, healing the heart, again, heart chakra energy, love energy in this particular deck. The key concepts are healing, making amends, the willingness to release past pain, being responsible and accountable, taking time to get healthy, renewal and rebirth after suffering. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your center. You may have recently endured a breakup or betrayal, lost someone close to you, or lost an affiliation that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you're watching someone go through a difficult time and feel bad that you can't help them. Maybe you're still not over a past disagreement. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path to healing the heart centers on reciprocity, the flow of giving and receiving. Sometimes wounding occurs because we've become too dependent on another, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from the outer conditions of our lives. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self-sabotaging way we think and behave. It is important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It's time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. Look for ways you can help yourself and others. Are you willing to make amends if needed, or conversely, accept someone where they are without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority right now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as a result. Okay, so a lot of major healing under this moon. Okay. And interestingly enough, we do have Taurus energy here with the Empress. And then we have the Gemini energy here with the Lovers, which is what this full moon is falling under. So I love when that aligns like that in the cards. But thank you so much, Divine. Please tell me more about this healing the heart for the collective. Please tell me more about healing the heart for the collective. What do they need to know about this heart chakra energy under this full moon? Oh. Yeah, you got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Right? It's a time to celebrate. It's a time for abundance. It's a time to connect. Okay? Tell me more about healing the heart, Divine. And then you have the Tower. Oh, wow. Major shifts. Oh, excuse me. That was a random sneeze. Okay. Ooh. This Tower moment. So something's definitely crumbling down here. Or shifting. Right? Something has to be destructed in order. And maybe this is again like the book said, habits and behaviors. Okay? Three of Cups. Something about that has to definitely change. Tell me more about the Tower with this healing of the heart. This could also be, again, what did it say? Like, communities that you're a part of, things that you maybe gave too much power to or affiliated with, right? This could be friendships for some of you that maybe had to come to an end, right? But they came to an end for a reason. But what's this reason here? Why is the Tower here, Divine? What's this Tower moment for healing the heart? Or maybe this is it. Maybe this is coming into the realization under this, full moon of maybe there might have been some connections or some friendships or, you know, things that maybe have happened socially, because I feel like there was a social aspect to one of these cards, right? That, you know, maybe you're still holding on to or not letting go of or not releasing, but it feels like the Divine is ushering in the release of that energy regardless, okay? And then you have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Wow. So two kings, yeah? You have Saturn here with the King of Swords, King of Cups, the Moon, Piscean energy. So this King of Swords and this King of Cups could represent friends or connections that you've had, environments you've been a part of, maybe even careers or workspaces, okay, that you've had to let go of, or that you maybe need a little healing from. Tell me more about the King of Swords and the King of Cups, Divine, for healing the heart. Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands. And also talked about the loss of someone. So some of you maybe have lost maybe two people here, King of Cups, King of Swords energy. That might have been a part of your friend group, Three of Cups, might have been a part of a community or a network. Yeah, and I'm so sorry, and my condolences if anyone is grieving the loss of someone. Like, it feels like this Tower, the disconnect from these people, or again, maybe if they have passed on, it happened kind of almost like out of the blue or intensely or quickly. Something about that. And again, condolences, and you do deserve to give yourself some time to heal from that, okay? Try not to rush through it. Allow yourself to grieve if you need to. Tell me more. Tell me more here. What's the overall message with healing the heart under this full moon? For the collective, divine, under this full moon, what's the overall message for healing the heart? Whoa. Yeah, oh wow. Then you have death. Yeah. Yeah. So if you have lost anyone here, multiple people, collective, and maybe didn't allow yourself to grieve or just haven't found the time to really heal from that, it feels like under this full moon is the time. Okay, it's the time to really face that. It's the time to kind of work through whatever the emotions are around that. And I do feel like for some of you, this could have been the loss of 2 people. Okay. Loss of 2 people, maybe more than 1 person. Take it how it resonates, okay? And again, I am sending condolences, a lot of love, a lot of strength, a lot of peace to those hearts that do need mending after losing someone. But it just feels like those emotions and that energy is going to be very prevalent and maybe coming up to the surface if you haven't really faced it or grieved it properly. Okay, no matter how long ago this was, this could be recent, could be years ago, okay? But it does feel like the loss of someone here or multiple people, really finally grieving it, releasing it, okay? Trying to get to that place of acceptance around it. And again, with the Tower, I feel like it definitely, the loss of these people could have shook or shaken up your community with the 3 of Cups, right? To your family, to your group of friends. And again, my condolences to anyone who's experiencing that loss. And I'm sending you all so much love and again, peace, to really just find that peace of heart and peace of mind around, you know, losing connections and losing people close to you. Because it's hard, right? It never really gets easier. You just find new ways to cope with it. But yeah, that was a bit of a somber note to end on, collective, but this has been the full moon reading. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I think I have, where's that deck? Let's go ahead and pull some deep moon messages. I always want to pull these, but then I feel like I forget at the end. So let's see what affirmations are here or might support you under this full moon. Thank you so much, Divine, for this beautiful spread and reading. I'm going to try to get 1 for each chakra, okay, to activate each chakra. Thank you so much, Divine. What affirmation do you have here for the sacral chakra under this full moon energy? See, I have power and it is real. This is the full moon. Look at that. Thank you so much, Divine, for that alignment. That's the affirmation here. I have power and it is real, okay? So really working from that sacral chakra, really getting into that emotional flow, especially with the High Priestess and the Empress here. What affirmation do you have here for the solar plexus, Divine? Thank you so much. What affirmation do you have here for the solar plexus? Okay. We have, I am loved beyond measure. Okay. I'm going to put that on the heart chakra. And solar plexus, that's perfect. I am courageous and powerful. Okay, very, very beautiful energy here. I hope that this reading served you well. Just gave you a little bit of insight, maybe some confirmation on what feelings and what vibrations and energies might pop up under this full moon. And Taurus and Gemini here. Again, we have the affirmation of I have power and it is real for your sacral chakra. You have I am courageous and powerful for your solar plexus. And I am loved beyond measure. Okay. For your heart chakra here. But collective, this has been our full moon reading. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what resonated with you in the comment section below. Again, make sure you check out my community board for the most recent poll that I did about the Venus retrograde reading, because if you would like it and if the votes are in, I will do that probably tomorrow. And if not, we'll just skip over it and we'll just hop on into our regular schedule. All right, but definitely let me know. Cast your vote over there. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful and happy and blessed full moon energy. And really take the time to kind of be present with yourself. I think that's really the overall message here, is to really find time to be present with yourself in this moment, over the next few days, over the next few weeks, if you need, okay, to really do this work, because it does feel like it's a huge shift and a huge blooming into a new chapter for the collective, right? Where again, that power that we're becoming aware of, writing our own story, building up that courage, and then trusting as well that we are truly loved, and love is the very essence of our very being, and living that out day to day. All right, collective. So I will see you all in our next one. Namaste.